Hi everyone. Hope you guys are doing amazing. So, I just wanted to jump on and show you guys some of my favorite products. And I have them on now, of course. So, let's start with my face. So, the very first thing, after I've washed my face, I apply our primer. It's Touch Glorious Face Primer. Our primer is clear. You only have to apply a really small amount. So I probably did about that much, rubbed it between my fingers, applied it all over, and let it dry. What a primer is going to do for you is it's going to fill in your pores, your fine lines, your wrinkles, and it's going to give you a smooth surface to apply your foundation on. That way, when you apply it, the makeup doesn't seep into your skin, and then it looks like you don't have any makeup on anymore. So it's going to make sure you have a smooth surface, and it's going to make sure your makeup lasts all throughout the day. So, important step, apply our face primer first before your foundation. Then you're going to let it dry. After that, I applied our liquid foundation using our synthetic liquid foundation brush. It's a dense brush, but it has synthetic hairs. And the reason you want a synthetic brush is because it's not going to eat the makeup. So when you apply it on your brush, it's going to go from your brush to your face. It's not going to seep into the bristles and get stuck in there. That's going to obviously save you money because you're not going to have to keep applying more and more makeup on because it's getting stuck in your brush. So you're going to use a synthetic haired liquid foundation brush. And this is what our liquid foundation looks like. It's mineral based, so you're going to want to shake it up. And first, you actually want to make sure you get all of the foundation out of the tube, so all of that gets mixed up too. So you'll mix it up, and then what you're going to do, well, this is what I do. Our liquid foundation is medium coverage. It's liquid, and then it dries to a matte. I like a full coverage finish, so what I do is after I shake it up, I'll apply about 5 drops around the brim of the brush, and then I'll take our concealer in the same shade, and I'll probably put about 3 to 4 drops on top of the foundation. That way I can apply them both at the same time and it'll give me a full coverage. So then you'll dot it all around your face and then you buff it out, outwards towards your ear. Buff it out, outwards towards your ears until you get a smooth, nice, finished coverage. Again, you don't need to add the concealer if you're just looking for medium coverage. Kind of depends on what you're feeling that day. So that is the foundation piece. Obviously, once you put your foundation on, you're all one shade, right? And so it's not going to look super natural because nobody's face is all one shade. So that's when you go in and you apply blush and you highlight and you contour. Highlighting, contouring can sound a little intimidating, but it's actually really easy. So when I highlight, I actually use a concealer, but I use it in a couple shades lighter than my actual skin tone. So I'll use this concealer, and what I do is, I'll show you. So I put just a tiny amount there. I'll put it on my fingertips, and then I'll put little tiny dots like this in the shape of a V right under my eye. And then, and you can put any excess you have, like on the bridge of your nose, on your right above your lip, and Cupid's bow, and here on your chin. And then you just kind of blend it out. You can use a blending bud. I don't have mine right now. I need to wash them. Or you can use your liquid foundation brush like I'm doing. And you just blend it out. And what this is doing is it's giving you a natural highlight right here underneath your eye. You don't want to just do it here because that's how you get raccoon eyes. You want to do it in a V shape, almost down to where your nose is. And what that's going to do is when the light hits your face, it gives you a natural glow right here. Hey, Lakeisha. It's going to give you a natural glow right here if you just simply highlight just that area. And you saw how much product I used. I used barely any. So that's what you're going to do in terms of highlighting. To contour, we have a contouring kit. It's called the Sculpting Trio. You can do something similar and just take a concealer that's 2 shades darker. So I have a concealer that's my shade that I use for my entire face. Then I use a concealer that's 2 shades lighter to highlight just right here and on the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and chin. And then you could use a concealer that's 2 shades darker to give you this shadow right here. You see that? So obviously when you put your foundation on, you're going to be one shade. So you want to create some dimensions so you don't just look like you've been painted one shade. So I've used our Sculpting Trio to kind of give me that natural highlight in my cheeks. Use it a little bit on your forehead, on the bridge of your nose right here, and under here on your chin. And don't worry, you don't have to remember all that because our awesome Sculpting Trio comes with pictures. And this little plastic, I don't know if you can tell. Oh, there we go. The plastic tells you where to apply each of the colors. So I don't use the lighter shades very often. You see my contour color is almost gone. But you use the contour brush and you basically just apply this cream and then you blend it here, right here in your cheeks, on the bridge of your nose, up here on your forehead, and on your chin bone. And that's going to give you those natural shadows so that you have a more natural looking finish. So after contouring and highlighting, I'll then go in with some blush using a puffy brush. And we have several shades. They're all in the pinkish tone. There's darker colors, lighter colors. This is the color Seductive that I use. They're all super pigmented as well. So I just applied a little bit of blush on my cheekbones, which most women are used to using. But it's nice to use that in conjunction with the sculpting because it just gives you that extra dimension on your face. So that's my face. That's what I used on my face. For my lips, I used 2 different liquid lipsticks. I kind of contoured them a little bit, and I applied them with our lip brush. Not necessary. I usually just apply with the brush of the liquid lipstick. So it's liquid. It's kind of like a lip gloss, but it's a lipstick, and it goes on matte. And it basically has 2 layers. The first layer, once you apply it, the components of it kind of act as a stain. So it's going to transfer a little bit throughout the day, like. So you see, it transfers a little bit, but because it has that staining component in it, the color is going to last you. So I applied the color Sensual here in the middle, and then I did a light ombre on the side, so you see it's a little bit darker, with the color Spellbound. It's just a darker purple. And that's super easy to do. All I did was I took the first color, Sensual, the lighter one, and applied it with the brush all over. And then the darker color, I literally just applied it here in the corners and a little bit on the outside, and then like this. And that's how you get the color. So that's what I used on my lips. And then for my eyes, I used the Addiction Shadow Palette number 5. So we have 4. I'm sorry, we have 5. Obviously, I used number 5. I used number 5. These colors look a bit intimidating, but they're really not. Like, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily call this a neutral eye look, but it's not like too crazy out there. I could have totally worn this eye look and this lip look to work today, but these are the colors I've been playing around with. So that's what I used on my eyes. Again, this is Addiction Palette number 5. There are 5 palettes. This is number 1. It's more neutrals, browns, a great everyday color, good base colors. Number 2 are going to be grays, silvers, and I actually used this palette for my eyebrows. So I used this color here, Cocky, and this color, Peppy. I used a combination of those 2 to fill in my brows. So this one is super versatile because you can use it for your shadow or your brows, depending on what color you're going for. Actually, I have a lot of friends that use palette 1 as well. If you have lighter brows, you can use really any of these colors here as well. So that's what makes our palettes pretty nice. You can use them for multiple reasons. Palette 3 is going to have pinks and purples in it. Sorry, that one. My 3-year-old got into this palette, so it looks kind of crazy. But pinks, purples, and then you have this pretty black. All of the palettes, as you see, have mattes, pearls, and shimmers in them. So you have a good combination of colors. And this is number 4, which I use most often. You can get some pretty dramatic looks from this, or you can get a lot of really pretty neutral looks that you can wear just every day. So this is palette 4. So again, I used palette 5 on my eyes. I also used our 3D Fiber Lashes Mascara, which is amazing. We sell like 10,000 of those a day. That's how this company started. We actually only had mascara. And if you haven't seen our mascara, it comes in 2 tubes. The shorter one is the fibers. The longer one is the gel. You don't have to remember that, though, because it actually says it on the side. And it's basically a 3-step process. So you apply gel, fibers, and then gel. You do one eye at a time. So you'll apply gel all over the lashes, all over, just like you would a mascara. And then right after, you're going to get the fibers. This is what the brush looks like. But what you're going to do is you're going to roll the fibers on the back of your hand first, just to get them to tighten and to stick together so they're not falling. And then you're going to apply the fibers just mid-lash to tip, kind of like that. Not all the way because you don't want to get them in your eyes, but you'll just apply them mid-lash to tip. And then what you can do, just as a trick, and I would not suggest this every day, you can blow dry them upward. And what it does is it naturally curls them. So you do something like this. Crazy, right? Okay. So then once you do the gel fibers on one eye, you go to the other eye and you do the same. You gel, fibers, and then you're going to blow dry that one, let that one dry. Once it's finished, you go back and you seal in the fibers with the gel again. That's going to make sure that the fibers don't fall on your face. So it's gel, fibers, gel. If you want, after you seal in with the gel, you can do another layer of fibers. Hi, Jenna. The mascara is totally buildable. So in this case, I used, I think, just 2 coats. So gel, fiber, gel. Then I did another layer of fibers, and then you'll seal it in with the gel just to make sure that the fibers aren't falling down. I think that's it. So I went over the foundation that I use in combination with our concealer to make it full coverage. I then used a lighter colored concealer to highlight under here, underneath my eyes, the bridge of my nose, Cupid's bow, and my chin. I then used our Sculpting trio, wherever that went, here, which comes in 3 colors, dark, medium, and light. This is the dark one. So I used this darker cream here to contour my cheeks and my forehead and a little bit of my chin down here. I also used our blush, which comes, I think, in 5, maybe 6 colors. They're all pinkish tones. So this one is the color Seductive. That's what I used on my cheeks as well as a little bit on my forehead. And then again, I used Addiction Palette number 5, which it looks super bold, but you can definitely do so many different looks with this palette. So this was number 5. If you want to see the other colors, play it back. I showed you the other 4 palettes. And then for my lips, I used our liquid lipsticks. And remember, the liquid lipstick is included in the February Kudos. So Kudos is a monthly deal that we have. This month's, February's, includes 1 liquid lipstick, any color of your choice, any cream eyeshadow, which we have a whole bunch, but they basically look like this. They go on as a cream. Again, another one my 3-year-old got her finger into. So you pick your liquid lipstick, you pick your cream shadow, and then for free, you get this lip brush to basically apply the liquid lipstick. And that's what I used to apply mine today. What else did I put on? Oh, I put on a little bit of black eyeliner. That's it. I do sometimes line the waterline, the inside of my eye, with a white liner instead of black. I don't know if you guys have tried that before, but it definitely gives a different feel. It makes your eye look a little more open. When you use black on the inside, it tends to make your eyes look a little smaller than they are. So that's a fun little trick too. Anyhow, I just wanted to go on and tell you guys about some of my favorite products. Let me know if you have any questions. All of our makeup is mineral based. It's hypoallergenic. And again, some of the proceeds do go towards our foundation, which is all about rehabbing women who have been sexually abused as children. So it's not just quality makeup. It's not just, nature friendly, cruelty free, mineral based, but it's got a purpose behind it. And so, again, let me know if you have any questions. The Kudos is an awesome deal. All of our collections are amazing. They're actually expiring on February 28th. So almost all the collections includes a free item. So the collections were already at a great bundled discount deal, but now there's another item thrown in, and it's usually like a blush or a liquid lipstick. It's something that's like $30. So it's not like you're just getting like a free keychain or something. So again, let me know if you have any questions. Talk to you guys later. Bye.